Honorable Men Discord. Rick Ross takes aim at Rory and Mal. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So, as I was putting together different episodes, I came across this and I said to myself, first I saw Rick Ross's response to them. I didn't even hear what was said that pissed him off. But then when I looked this up, I said to myself, I said, this wasn't the worst thing that could be said. I could see why Rick Ross is upset with, I believe he's Rory, right? I can understand why Rick Ross is upset with Rory. And even towards the tail end, Rory seemed to try to clean it up. But let's watch these videos I have queued up, and then I'm going to talk about it further. I have a few things queued up, but let's get into it.
I admit that Rick Ross is weird.
Why? Why do you say that?
We didn't put enough light into how weird it was that Rick Ross entered into that rap beef. Like, why are you in this whole thing? And then you came up with an excuse that it was because Drake didn't clear his verse for French Montana's album, which made all the sense in the world because everyone was waiting for Drake to say something in the biggest moment, and it wasn't about to be a verse he did 10 months ago. Mm-hmm. And then French Montana is sitting next to him going like, nah, I was fine with it. Mm-hmm. So what the fuck are you doing, Rick Ross? You're finding any way to just get in this shit, and now you're telling, yo, I want to see you win, homie. Shut up. Shut up. He's one of my favorite rappers. He's hilarious. His discography is incredible, but that's some weirdo, that's super weird.
We said it was weird for him to do that. We said he was trying to capitalize at the moment. He shot a video for the song with a bunch of Bel Air around him. Like, people were trying to capitalize in the moment. Like, we knew what that was.
I understand the Metro thing, and there's women involved, Weekend, there's exes involved, and maybe Drake fucked someone's baby mother, or there's some slimy shit going on with women, because that's usually how things get to this point. Rick Ross said, oh, he didn't clear a verse for French, so fuck him, I'm in this now. After he gave me all my #1 records. Yeah, I mean. That's like, that. Everyone else, I understood why, even if it wasn't a great reason, I understood why the 20v1 existed and everything in the history with Drake and certain artists. Rick Ross, who's his mans, just entered into that beef because he wanted to. Can we find?
All right. So, again, Mal was very mal-mannered. The problem is that Rory, and I believe that he's Rory. If I have their names mixed up, forgive me on that. But Rory's telling him to shut up. But then towards the end, he's cleaning it up. He's letting it be known. And I like him I like his music. I think he's funny and all that stuff, but you told him to shut up. And not only that, you were talking about the fact that you find him to be weird. So on one hand, you're insulting him, and then you're saying that you like him. You're complimenting him. It doesn't work that way, especially when you're talking about artists. We know how artists, especially myself, we're very emotional when it comes to our brand, which is ourself and our music. And so he had to have known. I don't know how he could just speak like this and not know that Rick Ross was going to respond to him. Knowing the history of Rick Ross. Rick Ross is no different than 50 Cent. A lot of people like to say 50 Cent is the biggest troll on the internet. But just understand, Rick Ross, he's very witty and he is hilarious. I agree with what Rory said. Rick Ross is hilarious. And if you say something about him, he's going to zone in on you. And he's going to make sure he makes it known that you pissed him off. So with that being said, I said to myself, all right, but Rick Ross was saying a lot of crazy things about Mal. And I said, Mal wasn't really saying anything other than the fact that he said that he just added himself to the back and forth, but it just didn't make any sense. But Mal didn't really say anything too crazy, which is why I don't know why he went in on Mal and was disrespecting Mal and his brother. So I decided to pull up some clips of Mal, and I see two separate clips where Mal is pretty much defending Ross, which makes this even more odd because I think he went even more in on Mal, and Rory was the one that was talking more reckless. Unless I missed something. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. Maybe I missed a video where Mal said something out of control, but I didn't find anything that Mal said. But this is one of two that I have queued up with Mal.
Got a show right now. He'll put on a better show than Wayne.
Ross is in my top 5. Wayne is not.
Now, if you want to say Wayne is a better rapper, or Ross, that's up to you, the type of rap you like. I'm talking about if I go to somebody's show and they have their DJ behind them and they just playing their records, Ross has a better show because he has better music.
If you just play music back and forth, I think Wayne beats
Ross versus Wayne in the verses. You think Wayne wins?
Ross has better music than Wayne, bro. Music.
So.
I'm not saying who raps better. That's another discussion. So. I'm saying music. Let's put their music on. Ross has better music than Wayne.
The amount of music Wayne has put out that's good is unfair from most artists, period. It's unfair.
Ross too, though.
He has 3 different mixtape series that are classic outside of his albums.
Whenever we start talking about Lil Wayne, niggas love going to his mixtapes.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it.
I do that
I'm
with
talking
50.
about
That's
your
that era.
albums. I'm talking about your albums. Don't give me your cover of songs that we already love. Don't take a beat that fucking Jay killed or Jadakiss killed or
He's
Fab
a
killed.
reflection of his
Bob
era.
do that too.
Hov
Fab
would have
do that.
1,000 mixtapes if he came out at that time.
I'm talking about Ross's albums when I'm talking about Ross. When I say he makes better music than Lil Wayne, I'm talking about his albums.
I'm jacking that.
No, Wally.
Right. Now, hopefully, if you're watching this, all that was said is actually played in this episode, because there was an instrumental played from Rick Ross's song with Lil Wayne, and I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright for that. And I might have to remove the audio because of that. Now, if for whatever reason I had to remove the audio, I'm just going to recap what was said. They're basically saying, Rory was saying if there was a versus with Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, Lil Wayne would win. And then Mal was defending Rick Ross and saying, listen, if we're talking albums alone, Rick Ross would win that versus. Rory was saying he would include the mixtapes of Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne had some great mixtapes with DJ Drama. And he's saying if we include the mixtapes, Wayne would beat Ross. So that was the back and forth. But again, Mal was defending Rick Ross. Now, I don't watch all these guys. I don't watch all their episodes. I don't know if at any point in time Mal was disrespectful to Rick Ross. I saw somewhere that it's Mal has a relationship with Drake, so that would explain why he took shots at Mal as well, because Mal has a relationship with Drake. He's friends with Drake. And maybe that's the connection, or maybe the way Ross looks at it is like, listen, it's both of you. You guys have a show, and if one says something, I'm going at both of you. Maybe that's his thinking. But again, this is Mal defending Rick Ross in a conversation about the game versus Rick Ross.
Record, Freeway's Revenge, I believe it's called. Rick, you got to respond.
Game is a better rapper.
Listen,
Game
if I
will
needed,
smoke
if I
Rick
needed,
Ross.
You fucking tripping.
To the point.
Ross can rap. We not, listen, man, stop. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all don't be
Who
putting
said he
enough-
couldn't rap?
But he's saying it like it's not going, like he's going to get smoked. Like his clock is going to get clean. And we not doing that.
His clock will get cleaned from Jayceon Taylor. Yes, Game does this better than most rappers, but Game also has classic albums. Game
For
also
sure.
has hit records.
For
Game
sure.
also has a discography that is undeniable.
For sure.
He doesn't put out
Ross
whack
too.
music.
Ross too.
You could say he does goofy shit
Ross
in his
too.
personal life. I don't care.
Ross too. Ross got classic records.
Of course, he's
He got hit records.
He has a Teflon
He
Don
has
is a classic album.
he has classic mixtapes.
For sure.
So what we saying?
I'm saying the Game is a better rapper than Rick Ross. I'm not
well-
saying who makes better music.
See, this is why
but then when it
Ross
comes
got to
to
drop the shit, man, because I don't want to keep yelling at you. I just want to play the record. This Game.
All right. So again, Mal in a second video was defending Rick Ross. So before I get into that last video, this is what Rick Ross said in response to the first video. He didn't like the fact that Rory was saying what he was saying. So here's Ross, and this is what started up everything.
Rory and Mally, I see why Joe Budden's fired you losers. You niggas want the equity. How dare you minions? Everybody log into Joe Budden's, not Rory and Mally, and let Biggs Burt know the boss waiting for him to come kiss the ring. Minions. Niggas losers. Biggs' brother was Biggs' brother sucking on the dicks of his Biggs' brother. What's they name? Rory Mal. This what I'ma do. I want to talk about Biggs Burke. That nigga, what, he ain't pay his taxes? How he went broke? What he was doing? He got caught with 20 bags of weed, some shit like that. They say he ain't had none of the royalties, none of the business, none of the money. Man, I'll make Dame go in on y'all niggas. You glazers, dick-sucking little peons. Biggs' brother was Biggs' brother sucking all the dicks at her. That's how hustlers and street niggas do it, man. Nigga gonna target those niggas. Not the niggas who ain't even get chairs to sit down. Not the niggas who get $300 Zales to talk. No, nigga. Biggs' brother, he gonna want to call me? Come kiss the ring of the boss, nigga. It's a beautiful morning, perfect time to feed yourself the knowledge. The knowledge. What's that? Rory Mal, get off your knees. Get the testicles out of your mouth now. I don't know which one, the white one or the black one. Y'all both the same. Rory Mal, the Glazers. The Glazers, how y'all feel now? You know, Drake just committed suicide. I'm sure he'll retire next month. How is his lawsuit doing? How is the Drake University lawsuit coming? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't listen to YouTube, man, last night. I'm just going by what you guys say. But once again, we up again, baby. It's the biggest boss.
All right, so Ross said that. And then he went and apparently someone reached out to Ross about what he said about Big Burks. If you don't know who Big Burks is, first of all, I didn't even know he was the older brother of Mal. So I don't know why Rick Ross decided to bring him into that. But if you don't know who he is part of the reason why Rockefeller was Rockefeller. Because it was Burks, it was Big Burks, it was Dame Dash, and it was Jay-Z, right? And so when Rick Ross started taking jabs at Burks, he's going to say in this video he received a call or a text about that. And so then he basically laid off for talking about Big Burks for that reason. Big Burke. For that reason. So people are assuming that it was Jay-Z that reached out to him, which most likely is the possibility because one, obviously, Biggs Burke was, again, a founding member of Rockefeller, and Jay-Z has a relationship with Rick Ross. So who would settle something like that? It had to have been Jay-Z. But here's Rick Ross speaking about that.
I want to say this. Hey, Biggs Burke, you got somebody that love you. You got somebody that really love you. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, and I love that person too. So, but you other dick-sucking minions, you other glazers, don't nobody love y'all. They don't love y'all. The streets don't love y'all. I want to say this. Hey, big.
Rick Ross is hilarious. So he continued, and with this.
Your brother, but I don't have to spare your mother. Yeah, your mother, Mally. So your mother, I want her behind the bar 7 Luke Belair and changing the channel. I don't want the remote. I want your mother, Mally, doing that. The white boy could be on the grill. The dude that sit on the floor, he could just get the algae and seaweed out of the ocean. I want him to get all the seaweed from over there to over there. And I want your mom, tell your mama, your mama, to come cut on forensic files right now. Right now, Mally. Somebody do me a favor and Google Mally's mom's name and where she works. Because I want her to come and cut on the Kevin Hart roast. I want the Kevin Hart roast on. I don't want to use this no more. Rory Mal, the Joe Budden Jr. Varsity Squad. Come on now. Come on, guys. Look at this. I'm not good at this. There you go. This is the last time I'll be doing this. Mally, come on now, mommy. Come on, mommy. No, Mally, Rory Mally. This book is in stores, and what I want your mama to do, Mally, I want your mama to read 8 chapters on my life. For me to spare your brother, but...
All right, so here's the thing. Again, when you're in this space, you have a podcast, you have a channel, just be aware of who you talk about. You got to know a little bit of history about them. Again, the top guys that are going to address you, if they make time to address you, is 50 Cent and Rick Ross. 50 Cent and Rick Ross absolutely will address you. All right. And they're both very humorous guys. They're both hilarious when they address you. The crazy thing about this is, again, allegedly Jay-Z reached out to him, and although he laid off of speaking on Biggs Burke, he's speaking on Biggs Burke's mom, because his mom is Mal's mom. All right. Unless they have different mothers and same fathers. I don't know their situation, but he doesn't seem like he's stopping. At the time of this recording, these are the only things that I found. Again, if there was something that Mal said, I came across something where Mal was speaking from, like, he was I want to say he was speaking from a FaceTime, and it was Rory and someone else, and they were addressing Mal. I guess Mal had a moment where he was screaming or something like that, or yelling at somebody, and they said they never seen him act like that before. I don't know if in that particular rant that they were speaking on, he may have said something about Rick Ross. I don't know. I did not find that video. Again, if he did say something, let me know in the comment section what he said. I'm interested to know. But listen, this is what the world's come to. This is what Rick Ross, this is what he does if you piss him off. There's nothing new. I don't think it's anything that either one of them should be worried about. It's just that if you're going to speak on your opinion on him, just do it in a respectful manner. I would just suggest that for anybody in this space. There's no reason to disrespect someone when you're talking to them. Yes, I was confused by Rick Ross and why he didn't like Drake. To me, it caught me off guard when he was calling him all types of names, BBL, Drizzy, and stuff like that. I was like, what's going on? Because I also, like many of you all watching this, said to myself, that's a shame, because they both make excellent music together. I was actually looking forward to a collab album. I feel like the world could use that. At least I could use that. I don't know about the world, but I could have used that. I would have wanted to hear something like that, but the likelihood of that happening now is probably next to none. Right, but I was confused what happened with Rick Ross and Drake. He never really fully spoke on it, but obviously it had something to do with Drake not fulfilling a promise that he made to French Montana. And since Rick Ross and French Montana have a tight friendship, that's his reasoning. But it is what it is, man. I can't keep up with all this stuff. You know, in a perfect world, they would just get along and make great music, but we don't live in a perfect world, so what are we going to do about it? All right? But that's my thoughts on all of this. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on how Rory and Mal handled it? I don't think Mal, from what I saw, handled it in a disrespectful manner. But again, maybe there's something out there that I didn't catch. Rory, he didn't have to tell him to shut up. You know, at the end of the day, I know he's being passionate, but he used words like "shut up," and I think it's kind of weird. I think it's kind of weird part. I don't think there was anything wrong with that, but telling him to shut up, it's like, I think that was excessive. But listen, that's all I have on this. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And don't forget to listen to my album. It's out today. It's a non-skip album from start to finish, 12 tracks, The Harvest. Look me up, Denalo, Denalo. And as always, stay honorable.